This is Puppets by Arlie. I'm Arlie, and this is how you make a cardboard horse marionette out of cardboard, tape, and string. This is cardboard, tape, and string. I wanted to design some cardboard marionettes because I really felt that cardboard is basically free and almost everyone has free access to cardboard. And you can work with it without using extensive tools. You don't need a saw to work with cardboard. And tape, I love tape because there's no drying time. You can just put it on and go. And I wanted marionettes to be more accessible to everyone so that someone who doesn't have tools or any prior experience can start building and performing marionettes, even if they are made out of just cardboard, tape, and string. All right, everyone, puppet building is done. We are ready to string this sucker. All right, it's time to start stringing our horse. So get your cardboard horse, get your control, get some scissors to be able to cut off excess string, and get a needle. First, we start with the two strings that are on the back of the body. And they're going to go through these two stitch holes on the bottom. And be sure that you orient your control so that the tail is towards the back. I've looped each of the back strings up through the stitch holes that I made in the top. Now, make it so that your control is at a comfortable level where your waist is. Lower your puppet down so that the feet are touching the ground, but the knees aren't buckling. And then tie off one side. I'm working on tying the front, and then do the same thing with the back. And now we have an even control with both of the back strings in. And you can go ahead and put some more knots in that to make it secure. Next, we're going to do the front feet. So, in my mess of strings here, you're going to lace your first string, your foot string, into the outside notch. And then you're going to finger 8 weave to the front, the middle, the back, the middle, the front, the middle, the back, the middle. So first get it where when you're holding your control level, that the foot is touching the ground. And go ahead and start your figure 8 weave. This notch system is nice because you can easily adjust the strings later if you don't like the length that they're at. Same thing on the other leg. The other front leg, that is. Be sure your puppet is touching the ground and the leg is straight where you want it to be. And same thing here, figure 8 weave. I got my 2 front legs figure 8 weaved in to the control. I had a bit too much string, so I'm going to cut some off right now. Next, here comes the big secret of quadruped puppets. So you want the legs to be moving in opposition. So how do you do that? We already know that our front legs are strung directly above the front legs, but the back legs will be strung with an X across the butt. Check it out. So, I am stringing up this horse's back right leg, which means that it's going to go in an X to the control's left side. So, the right leg of the horse goes to the control's left side. The left leg of the horse goes to the control's right side. And in the back of this puppet, we'll see an X of strings. So, right leg happening first. Thread it in to my notch system on the left side. And again, be sure that your leg is straight when the horse is on when the puppet's feet are touching the ground. And do your figure 8 notch. Other side. Now, I'm going to string the horse's left leg in an X crossing to the control's right side. So watch out. Be sure that horse is standing all 4 legs on the ground. And start threading in your notches. Now, when I tilt the control back and forth, that should make the legs work in opposition. And it does. So let's finish off with our tail. Because it's the farthest out, it's going to be the most external string put into our tail. Be sure that your tail is down. There's our control, all strung up. Down to the body. Now, we do the head. Now for storage, you can take a paper clip and clip it on. But in practice, the head control is separate. So first, we want to get the sides of the head. Now, we want to make sure that our head is even when we're holding the body control. So I've just slipped my string into the initial notches just to hold it for a second so that we can see how even I am. So I see right now that my hand on my body control is way higher than the hand on the head control. So we need to give that a little more room. That's a little better. The body control hand is about the same level as when the horse's head is up. But I see that one side is like way tighter than the other side. So I'm going to loosen one down a bit. So as you can see, I have the strings just in the outside notches. Okay, let's see here. So it looks like my head is at a normal length. And if I were to clip it on, it seems like the head would be a normal length, and then I can go up and I can go down. So I'm going to start wrapping these notches. Okay, we're on the very last string is my nose string. So I've got my head string on, which will help me tilt from side to side. And then last but not least, we put on our nose string. I'm going to paper clip this on. Now, be sure you don't put your nose string on too tight. It needs to be in a down position so that if you choose to activate it, you can. Okay, I've strung in my nose string on the edge. Let's see how that reacts. I'm able to go all the way down and graze on the floor. I'm able to lift up and side to side. That looks pretty good. Let's put it in the notches. There we have it. We are strung. All right, now how you puppeteer this marionette is with two hands. One hand will be on the body section and one hand will be on the headpiece. So you'll rock the body back and forth so that the legs will go. And then you can keep the head steady in order to do walking with the head focused. Then you can also isolate a tail string for swatting flies or whatever. If you want the horse to graze, you take the headpiece, drop the nose and the head so that the whole head goes down. You can also paper clip the headpiece back on to the whole control. If you want to do something that requires an extra hand, like if you want to isolate the two front legs and do a rear, or like some sort of a jump. And the headpiece is for looking from side to side. You can tilt the headpiece so that the horse is lifting one ear. You can bring the head down or up. You can even do a buck by, I'm clipping my head back on, and then I'm going to isolate my back strings here. And I'm going to give it a kick. So I'm doing the back leg and trying to get the tail as well for a back buck. And those are some puppeteering skills for your cardboard horse. And there you have it. That's all the steps you need to make a cardboard horse marionette. Thanks for watching. Puppeteers never have enough hangouts.